It's Tim Albright with AVNation with the road to InfoComm. InfoComm 2024 happens the 12th through the 14th of June in Las Vegas. And with us to talk about HP Poly is Brian Phillips. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So we've got to hang out with you guys quite a bit this year already. ISE, Enterprise Connect. You guys are in Central Hall this time around, C8042, C8042. So, Brian, what kind of exciting things are we going to see from HP Poly?
Oh, yeah, it's been so busy for us. It's been an interesting road, right? Like Poly gets acquired by HP. That's kind of the side of the business I come from, right? I work on the video collaboration side, legacy Poly, right? And then we get absorbed into HP, this big acquisition, and right, there's this period of kind of things coming together, but now there's this period of investment that's happened that's now resulting in all sorts of stuff. This is honestly, it's the busiest year I can remember in the long history that I've been here as far as new product releases, new video releases. So like, I think when you walk in our booth at InfoComm, the thing that I think is going to strike a lot of people is, wow, especially if they haven't really seen us since last year's InfoComm, it's going to be like, oh, this is almost all brand new. Like I haven't seen any of this stuff before. We're kind of getting to next gen versions of virtually everything in our entire portfolio. So that's going to be kind of a huge theme how does us moving to kind of some of these next gen, more powerful solutions and new cameras and new ways of setting up rooms help to match what organizations need when they're doing hybrid working, right? And trying to overcome the challenges of people in the office and people at home. And how do we make sure everybody's an effective part of a meeting?
One of the things that you guys have talked about, oh, good Lord, I know for almost a year now, is the hybrid working, right? You guys released a report late last year about it. So what is, HP Poly bringing when it comes to hybrid work or kind of the work from anywhere space?
I would say that the three primary things, one is it's always around experience, right? We've got to make sure that we're getting away from the kind of, the old bowling alley views with a bunch of little faces, and then you got people connecting from home, and they're like, I have no idea what's going on in there. So that's such a critical part of it. So when you're seeing us at InfoComm, there's so much around some of our new premium USB video bars, new center of table cameras, new kind of experiences are going to deliver that. But then the other layer, and this is a lot of some of our new announcements here at InfoComm, is how do you make sure that you can set that up and scale it in a way that's really simple and manageable, right? So trying to get away from a lot of the proprietary cabling in the past or USB cables that are tough to extend and just tough to deal with in larger meeting rooms. In particular, as we're getting into larger spaces, how do you set that up in a way that can be fluid and dynamic and flexible, but also simple to set up and manage? So that's where we have this new solution called the Poly Studio G62. And it really, at the core of it, is a codec that is frankly much lower priced than a lot of what's been available traditionally, but also really up level in terms of the connectivity and having much more around Ethernet based cameras and microphones and controllers. So the more we can have Ethernet connecting everything in the room, making it much easier and more cost effective to set things up. So then it allows you to unlock the magic of all these multiple cameras and all these experiences, right? Because you're not having to figure out, okay, I can deploy maybe this type of experience, but how much of a hassle is it going to be for me to maintain that, for me to set it up and integrate it, right? We're trying to move past a lot of those challenges. Or on the Windows side, right, we've got a whole new next generation Microsoft Teams Rooms solution for Windows that's called the Studio G9 Plus. So this, to me, frankly, maybe more than anything, is such a proof point of the power of Poly being part of HP and us having the whole stack, right? So all of the audio, all the video, but also the compute. And this was truly a co-engineered solution between our desktop compute team and our Poly kind of AV team in collaborating on a complete solution around MTR and Windows that I think is going to be really disruptive to the market and very different from anything else that's out there in terms of really bringing that together as a full solution. Microsoft loves it and is super excited about it. So again, just so much about how you kind of set up and deploy these kind of solutions. And again, I think that the third pillar of it for us is no matter what size room, no matter whether it's Windows or Android or more of a modular solution or a video bar, we're really, I think, the only ones that have got that full solution set for any type of deployment model and any type of OS or room setup, right? So we can kind of cover really any kind of space for any kind of customer.
It's kind of neat to see an acquisition and collaboration work out You don't always see that. So, yeah,
That is very true. Yeah. So it's I think the proof points of that are really starting to shine through as we get to some of these new, next gen solutions that we're going to be showing off.
very cool. All right, Brian, you guys are in Central Hall C86. I'm sorry, C8042 8042.
Yep.
Not everybody's going to InfoComm though, so if they're not going and they want to follow along with everything that HP Poly is talking about, how do they do that?
Yeah, hp.com is your place. So all of the Poly info is now in hp.com. You can just go right up there. You'll see the Poly logo on that page, and it'll get you all the collaboration info that you need.
All right, very good. Brian Phillips from HP Poly for us, for AVNation. Go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv. Follow along as we also head to Las Vegas for InfoComm 2024, 12th through the 14th of June. All that and more at avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.